Well, Kayden, obviously you've had two fantastic seasons back to back with the promotions. Can you sprinkle a bit of that magic here at Derby County?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Yeah, coming from a team with an obvious winning mentality, to then join another team with, again, a winning mentality is something that was important to me. And yeah, because we want to be successful, and whether it's this year, next year, we're aiming high. So yeah, it was important to come somewhere with a team that's achieved promotions itself. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it.
Now you met Paul, I understand, 6 or 7 years ago when he was at Rotherham. So you've known him a while. What were your impressions of him when you first met him, and why didn't you sign for him then?
Yeah, so impressions. He was a great guy. Yeah, we got on, and he was someone that at the time I was keen to work with. Unfortunately, myself nor him were in charge of finances, things like that. So yeah, look, it didn't work out, and that's football. But yeah, it's come full circle, and yeah, here we are today.
What vision has he set out for you here at this club?
Just he just said to me, come in and do what I do. I've played several different positions over the last few years. He saw me first playing as a striker, and that's where he wanted to sign me many years ago. And yeah, I've come in, and this pre-season I've been able to play up top again. There's different systems that we're going to look to play throughout the season, because you need to have a plan A, a plan B, a plan C. There's the championship is incredibly demanding and incredibly tough. You come against top teams that play all types of systems. So I think you look at our squad, we've got a very fluid squad. I'd like to think I've shown over the last couple of years especially that I can play in different positions across the front line, and yeah, just come here, be fluid, enjoy my football, and yeah, play with a smile on my face.
Now, Paul, we all know, is a very warm character. Everyone gets on with him. But of course, you can't just be a nice bloke as a manager. That's not the only asset you've got to have. Is an important one. But what makes him a good manager? I mean, he's obviously a good man manager, but what else makes him a good coach?
So I think, first of all, like you said, touched on him being a warm person and a good character. I think instantly, as a player, you have so much more respect for a coach or a manager when they have a good character. You can have a good relationship with them, and you don't cross the line and stuff like that. You just where the boundaries are, and yeah, the respect thing is massive. At the end of the day, we're human beings ourselves. We come in every day wanting to learn, wanting to improve, but most of all wanting to enjoy ourselves. We're not here to kind of be whipped and whatever, screamed at, and not have a relationship with the people that we're working for. So yeah, that's a big part of it. And then yeah, he's obviously his teams over the years are very, very organised and very successful. If you look at his track record, it speaks for itself. Yeah, Derby is a no disrespect to anyone before, but he's at a massive club now, and yeah, he's started off really well with the success that he's had, and he's obviously looking to build on that. So yeah, he's a manager that as a player you want to give your all for, and you want to be successful alongside him.
No two clubs are ever the same, of course, but there are some similarities between Derby and Ipswich in that Derby got relegated from the Championship when perhaps they shouldn't. Obviously, that's all well documented what happened. Ipswich obviously went down, got stuck in that division for a little while. Derby got stuck in there for a couple of years, got themselves back up. Do you sort of feel that this is a club that's massively on the upward curve, and you can see some similarities in terms of what Ipswich were doing under Kieran?
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a family feel around the place as well, which was massive at Ipswich. I touched on the winning mentality side of it. That's massive in football. It's something that is so easy to lose and so tough to gain. So yeah, the lads showed, everyone around the club showed last year that pushing in the right direction, you can really achieve something special. So yeah, obviously, I don't want to kind of linger too much in the past and what what went on at Ipswich and what we achieved there. But if we could kind of replicate something similar, or success looks different for different clubs, different, everything's different in football. And yeah, a successful season this year might be kind of building, slowly, gradually, and then looking to gain promotion in the years to come. So yeah, I'm just hoping that we can, kind of enjoy ourselves along the way this season, whilst continuing to improve and coming together as a group. The quicker we can build relationships on the pitch and off the pitch, the better chances we'll have for being successful.
Because we all know once you get a foothold in the Championship, because it's so equal, isn't it? A lot of the clubs are pretty similar. You can then push on and have a chance. I mean, you go into every season and you can probably say there's 16 clubs, 17 clubs maybe, that could have a shout of getting in the playoffs or getting promoted.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this year will be no different. Perhaps even more equal. With a couple of the teams that we lost going up and stuff like that. Massive clubs, obviously ex-Premier League clubs. And then, kind of you don't really know what to expect with a couple that have come down, a couple coming up as well. You never really know what to expect until the ball, starts rolling. So yeah, it's one where every team is working as hard as they possibly can to be successful. And you never know who might have the chance of sneaking into the playoffs, or like we did last year, sneaking into the automatic promotion spots. There's obviously some massive clubs, and yeah, everyone is going to be fighting tooth and nail to one, first stay in the league, then second, try and break into the top half and beyond. So yeah, it's going to be, I touched on before, incredibly competitive. But yeah, I think we'll be ready.
What have you made of the squad and the personalities, of course, in it?
Yeah, there's some great characters, and it's such a warm and together changing room, which is strangely enough it's quite rare in football, but you kind of you know to expect that when you see what the lads did last year as a group. There's very few teams that are successful without having that togetherness. I think we showed it last year at Ipswich. I think Southampton showed it also in the Championship. But yeah, there's the teams that don't get the success that many others think they should get. A lot of the time that's down to not having the togetherness and not everyone in the changing room having each other's backs. The staff having the players' backs, players having the staff's backs. And yeah, the lads have got this in abundance. So it's been a really easy group to come and join.
Of course, you always need good competition in any team, any successful team. What have you made of the competition so far? And how do you all get on as forwards?
Yeah, there's a lot of us, a lot of different profiles. Lads have got very different attributes, which is invaluable over the course of the season, because no one game is the same. No one opposition is the same, and you kind of need different keys for different looks. And yeah, over the course of the season, I'm pretty sure that we're all going to be used at some point and all going to be needed. So, I hope that we're all ready to kind of chip in and contribute when needed.
I know you don't want to linger so much on Ipswich, that's understandable, but obviously that's a big part of your career. And I just want to ask you, because obviously they turned things around and they've turned things around here at Derby. What was it that was done at Ipswich that, because you get into a habit of losing, don't you? And it can be difficult, we can get stuck. But to then create that winning mentality, what creates that winning mentality? How did they do that at Ipswich? What did Kieran do when he came in?
A lot of things were done, a lot of things were changed, but none more so than coming in each and every day and working, to your absolute maximum. It was incredibly tough physically, tough mentally. Your body's drained, your mind's drained, and yeah, it's not for the weak. You don't get success without working hard, unfortunately. And yeah, it's just part and parcel of wanting to to be a successful team, wanting to be a successful player. You know, there's no secrets, there's no shortcuts. You know, each and every day you have to come in and give your all to working hard on the pitch, learning off the pitch, and yeah, just being humble, going about your work with, you know, humility. That's a word that we use a hell of a lot at Ipswich, and yeah, we had it in abundance, and you know, I'm sure the boys here have obviously had that as well. Like I said before, you don't be successful if you've got, you know, a squad that's not together, that's not humble, that's not willing to work hard. And yeah, you might win the odd game by not having that, but you don't win promotions. You're not successful. You don't win, you know, the prize come the end of the season if you're not. So yeah, that was probably the main part.
And you didn't just experience obviously the glory stuff of the promotions. Obviously, you witnessed also and was part of the relegation. So you've experienced both ends of the spectrum. What did you learn from when you got relegated from this division with Ipswich?
Yeah, just to be, you know, we didn't, unfortunately that season we didn't have the togetherness, both as squad and staff. You know, the club wasn't in a great place. You know, it's without going you know, too far into it. Yeah, it wasn't a great environment to work in. So, you know, whatever happens on the pitch, you know, whether things go our way or not, you know, we need to maintain that togetherness. And yeah, you know, over the course of pre-season, we're slowly building on that. I touched on before, we're bringing new lads in like myself, and yeah, we're getting closer as a group, and you know, we're understanding more about each other day by day. And yeah, it's important that we need to stick together, and you know, likewise, we need the fans to stick by us. We'll give our all for them, and you know, I'm sure we'll, over the course of the season, we'll do everything to connect with them, and you know, make sure that they feel a part of the club. I'm sure they, you know, experienced incredible seasons last season with the promotion, and yeah, it's great to have them involved, and you know, we're going to need them by our side this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there at Pride Park, you know, for the first time next week, and yeah, to kind of meeting everyone down there. And yeah, like I said before, it's all part of the building stage, pre-season, off-season, you know, bringing everyone together, and yeah, just being ready and together come the beginning of the season.
I mean, obviously having those two great seasons that you've just had, it must be difficult to leave right on that moment, but at the same time must have been happy as well, because you'd left right at that time, because I think you obviously your first season you got relegated, you left when they got into the Premier League, and now you're walking into a club that is literally on the same trajectory. So, you know, it's all good for you at the moment, because you've had two good seasons. You walk into another club that is also on the up.
Yeah, look, I can't complain at all. You know, I've been so fortunate to experience what I have, and you know, without the tough times at Ipswich, the good times don't happen. So yeah, it's all part of a journey, and it's all part of the process. And yeah, I'm fortunate to be here now, and at an incredible club like Derby, and yeah, I can't have too many complaints. Yeah.
And can I ask you, how do you want to use your experience? Obviously, you've played in the game for many years. How do you want to use your experience to help this group of lads?
Yeah, just whatever I can bring, and you know, on the pitch, off the pitch. You know, any experiences that I can share with the lads. Like you said, I've been, you know, around the game long enough now, and like you said, experienced the highs and the lows as well. So yeah, I think, you know, just making sure that again we've got that togetherness, again we've got that, you know, spirit within the group, and having belief as well within the squad and within the group of players in there. You know, we've got some very good footballers in there, and at the same time we've got some people that work unbelievably hard as well. So I think it's a very good mix. We've got a good balance between, you know, experience and youth as well. So yeah, I think we've kind of got it all, and you know, whatever I can do to help keep it together, and yeah, just, you know, add my 2 pennies worth here and there.